Good evening. So I'm going to invite some devotees before I carry on. Post this link. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Yada, Shivas, Hari Gaura Bhattacharya. Just posting on my 3 profiles. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Last one. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita, Gada, Shivas, Hari Gaura Bhattacharya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, just leave it on there. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. कृष्ण जी ਅਸੀਂ ਠੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ ਉਹੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਉਸ ਲੇਡੀ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਣ ਨੂੰ ਦੁੱਖ ਠੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਏਦਾਂ ਚੱਲਦੀਆਂ ਆ ਹਰੇ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨ Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So I can see one person here, but I can't see who they are. Please introduce yourselves. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I did want to do some kirtan, but my mic's broken now. So yeah, to wait till we get a new one. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare. Back to Tom. Hare Krishna, how you doing? Thank you for your heart. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So I wanna share with you a secret. I would like to tell you in private. Yeah, you call me afterwards. I'm gonna tell you a secret. A secret that is going to be told to anyone who wants to hear. And that is, the Lord is residing in his devotees on this planet right here, right now. And he's showing symptoms that he resides in those devotees, like laughing and crying and blowing the nose and hair standing on end and perspiration and many more. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. He's decided, I'm going to give myself to all those who listen, to my devotees who have already got me. And they too can have me if they listen to my devotees. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. And that's the second path that Prabhupada has written in his books. That's the Raganuga path that you don't really know much about. Some of you think you do, but you don't really know much. Whereas Guru Hari Das is a living example of the teachings of Lord Caitanya, is a real living, breathing Raganuga Bhakta teacher, instructor, sharer, shower, guider of that path that nobody was ready for when Prabhupada was alive. Nobody was ready for it just after he passed away, left his body, until he came to Srila Guru Hari Das and saw he can do the job. Not only that, he could do it again. So he told Srila Guru Hari Das to do what he was already doing, which is awakening the Lord in the hearts of his devotees, and that's all we need to happen. We just need the you devotees to come on Restream. Is it Restream? Well, you can if you want to. But anyway, come on social media, be it YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Odyssey, whatever Instagram it may be, social media, and come and hear in the greatest Maha Mantra that's ever been shared, because it's been shared by an ecstatic, bona fide spiritual master, confidential servitor of the Lord, so deeply in relationship with our Lord himself. Not only does he share that with us, he guides us in our own individual relationship with Radha and Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. And who is that? The exceptional Srila Guru Hari Das. Always in union with the Lord, as much as he can, as much as possible. He can share that union with the Lord with us, so we too can realize and share in the revelations that Srila Guru Hari Das brings to us. And we can dress our temple in the heart with great revelations, more and more of the Lord himself, of Radha and Krishna himself. Revelations, realizations. There are great jewels in one's payment in devotional service, again and again. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So it's kind of clear, wouldn't you say, Tom, that from what Prabhupada said, he didn't really say to them, I know that none of you gurus are ready to be gurus and take your own devotees, so don't do that. He didn't really say that, did he? He said, do not initiate devotees in your names. I am the guru, I am the initiating, suppose the Diksha and the Shiksha guru. And because there was no one at that time who was ready, really ready to follow the path, to lead the new frontier, the only frontier, the path of Raganuga Bhakti, whereas Guru Hari Das was doing it already. And he's proven that by receiving that order, not only hearing that order, but receiving it and taking that order, taking it really seriously, and being able to awake the what is the right English, you mean? To awake the heart, the Lord in the hearts of many devotees, again and again, because of his empowerment, because of Srila Guru Hari Das's empowerment by the previous Acharya, a resident of Vrindavan. That is coming from the parampara, the real true parampara, all the way down through the ecstatic devotees from the Lord himself, descending from Prabhupada to Srila Guru Hari Das, and then descending to us devotees who listen at his lotus feet every day. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. So I know that my My purifications are different. Hey Tarun, how you doing? I know that my purifications are different because I'm going through probably a really huge one right now, but it's not as emotional. It's more about solutions and how we're going to fix this, how Krishna and me, how we're going to fix it. It's more about that than actually wasting time in actually being in purification and actually fighting with it, whilst just being in it and allowing the Lord to do what he's going to do, which will be the best for me and the best for you guys as well. It's a different, actually, yeah, Tom, it feels different. It's quite a big purification, and I can only leave it at the feet of the Lord, the real guru in my heart, and let's see what happens. And I'll let you know about it once one does get solutions. But it's with going through purification. And I was actually talking to my counselor, because I see a counselor, about this, and Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. She's more into bringing me up into a higher consciousness as well, which is really, really great. So hopefully the solutions will come. And because of going through many purifications, this purification, whilst it's in the way it is, there is there's not acting out like a child, Tom. That's what it is. Not acting out like a child. It's not necessary. This is a natural process that has happened to go through purification and just to see. I said it. Trust in what the Lord will do. Trust in the Lord will bring the solutions that one needs to be able to transcend what is happening. But a deeper understanding. There is more understanding of who the Lord is, and that's what it's all about. Less understanding, less understanding in wanting to know all of this material bullshit. Yes, okay, understand it naturally and simply, and take that on board. Yeah, actually take that on board, but actually desperately fallen down so much, meaning wanting to know the Lord. Yes, dance with you, dance with the Lord, dance with wanting to know him, wanting to understand him more and more. Wow, so much more. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Okay, so I'm going to read from where I left off earlier today. I'm just going to see if I can lift the book up. If I can keep it on here, I don't have to. So we'll turn this down a little bit. It's all right. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, so chapter 23. We're going to carry on from there. And I'm on, I think it's 16 or 15 or 17. 17. So it's the Qazi, burning down the Qazi's house. We're on it's chapter 23 of the Majjhikanda. And if you do have this book, it's page. This has been one of my favorite books. And ever since I've had devotees in the house, this book has been in my bedroom for like 6 years now, every day. Okay. So page the last paragraph, Tom, at the bottom. All glories to our spiritual master, Srila Bhaktivedanta Gaura Haridas Maharaj, Paramahamsa, Avadut, friend, well-wisher, supporter, guider, shower of wealth, sharer of wealth, sharer of absolute truth, confidential truth regarding Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha and Krishna. All glories to your lotus feet. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Okay. About Dharma Maharaj. If you're talking about this book, it's Burning of the Qazi. The Qazi had threatened to kill Lord Caitanya. And no, Tom, it's 115, and it's the bottom paragraph. Sorry, 117, page 4. I can't get my words out. Page 517. Thank you for correcting me. 517. 517, 555, 517, 517, 51. That's it, 517. And it's the bottom paragraph. And it's the middle part of the Lord's life. It's the Madhya Kunda. Okay. The demigods, with their associates, came to have darshan of the Lord. When they saw Gauranga, they, like the humans, also became overwhelmed with transcendental joy to avoid detection. Dressed as humans, they mingled with the crowd and with gusto joined in with singing and dancing. All the demigods were present. Brahma, Shiva, Varuna, Kuvera, Indra, Yamaraj, Soma, etc. Aware that everyone was present, was experiencing transcendental ecstasy. They accompanied the devotees, wanting more and more of the Lord's association. This is it, Tom. It really feels, I want more and more of the Lord's association. I want to, like we meet him every day. I want to know him more intimately, have more intimacy with him. Yeah. Okay. Aware that everyone present was experiencing transcendental ecstasy, they accompanied the devotees wanting more and more of the Lord's association. The humans and the demigods were chanting the Lord's holy names together. As the procession passed the nicely decorated, unaccountable houses, the marketplaces and large squares, one could understand that Navadvip was a very well-populated and opulent town. It was impossible to count the people that lived there. It seemed that because the Supreme Lord was to advent here, he had arranged for many, many people to live there and participate in the Sankirtan movement. Even the number of ladies who were chanting was so numerous that counting them would be futile. I hope you've got it, Tom. We're on 518 now, halfway down. Everyone who ever saw the dancing and chanting like a golden flash of lightning could not contain his heart and emotions. Even those with hearts of stone were moved to tears and fell to the ground upon receiving the Lord's shower of causeless mercy. Unaccountable, not uncountable. Yeah, thanks, Tom. That's right. So I'm just going to start this one again. Everyone who saw the Lord's dancing in ecstasy like a golden flash of lightning could not contain his heart and emotions. Even those with hearts of stones were moved to tears and fell to the ground upon receiving the Lord's shower of causeless mercy and hearing the signs and sobs of sublime ecstasy from his devotees. As the Lord danced constantly, repeating Lord Hari's name, the garland of flowers about his beautiful neck swayed widely. His beautiful breath, his beauty was breathtaking. With the way Brahma thread hung causelessly over his shoulders. Carelessly over his shoulders. The dhoti nicely pleated and neatly tucked into place. His golden frame covered with fine glimmering dust. Tears flowed unrestrainedly from his lotus eyes, like the languid, I don't know this word, Tom, languid flow of the Mudjakund. Mudjakini, it's not Mudjakini, Ganga of his heavenly planets. Okay. You would have cared to see the moon after having seen the blooming lotus face of the Lord. Some of the teardrops clung to his left of his cheek, of his fine nose. Cleft to the cleft of his fine nose, and shone like a string of white pearls. His glossy black locks entwined with the garlands around his head made a fine sight. The devotees prayed, O Lord, please grant us this one desire, that we may hold this pastime within our hearts, birth after birth, in his manner. The devotees were requested. In this manner, the devotees were requesting benedictions from the Lord. I didn't realize they would do that. Requesting benedictions from the Lord as the Lord continued his extraordinary pastimes of dancing, surrounded by his intimate associates. Tom, I see you on Restream. You do? I hope so, because I'm on there as well. Yeah. I didn't do it earlier because I didn't have enough battery, and Restream takes a lot of power. Okay, where was I? I can't see properly. It's because of the... Okay. The Lord knew how to inspire the devotees to join in, and he danced in reciprocation with the mood and movements of the devotees. The Lord of Vaikuntha danced as the devotees sang, all of you come and say, Hari, Hari. Put fear aside for the holy name, even though not chant purely will deliver you from birth and death. Do you hear that? even though not chant purely, will deliver you from birth and death. In humility, the author describes poetically Lord Caitanya as he danced. Lord Vishnubar, the Lord of the universe, danced along the bank of the Ganga. The devotees eagerly covered themselves with the earth that carried the impressions of his lotus feet. Wonderful ecstatic symptoms manifested upon his lotus feet. Wonderful ecstatic symptoms manifested upon his. Oh, okay, we read that one wrong. Let's go back. Wonderful ecstatic symptoms manifested upon his person, and tears of nectar cascaded from his eyes. With a voice like the rumble of thunder, he chanted the name of Lord Hari's, smiling, Lord Hari, smiling sweetly. He raised his arms and sang. His golden form was much more enchanting than that of Cupid. Charmingly dressed, his black curly hair was decorated with fresh and fragrant flower garlands. Upon seeing such beauty, the mind reeled as if afflicted by the 5 arms of Cupid. In complete bliss, Vishnubar moved about in a restless dance, intoxicated by his holy name. His body and limbs were perfectly shaped, their beauty enhanced by the decoration of sandalwood paste. Tom saying, this one desire that we may hold this pastime within our hearts. Yeah, to not only hold the pastime within the hearts, but to really feel the meaning, the depth of the meaning. You always do that. Whoa. Okay, just a few. Where was I? Where was I? Upon seeing such beauty, the mind reeled as if afflicted by the 5 amorous arrows of Cupid. Charmingly dressed, his black curly hair was decorated with fresh and fragrant flower garlands. Upon seeing such beauty, the mind reeled. Oh, I've read that bit. What do matter? Reeled as if afflicted by the 5 amorous arrows of Cupid. In complete bliss, Vishnubar moved about in a restless dance, intoxicated by the holy name. His body and limbs were perfectly shaped, their beauty enhanced by the decoration of sandalwood paste. The garlands around his neck matched his love-inspired movements. The arch of his eyebrows was like the bow of the Cupid shooting arrows of enchantment. His teeth were pure and white and glistening like pearls. His benign face was an ocean of mercy. How can one describe the many hundreds of ecstatic emotions that manifest in the Lord? Sometimes he shivered, sometimes he perspired, sometimes tears fell from his eyes like rain. At times he bent his body in 3 places, just like Krishna, and appreciated to play the flute with his fingers. He moved about like a maddened elephant. The cynosure, I don't know how to say that word. Tom, it's Synosure. There's something of his eyes, the movement. It's got to be a great movement of his eyes. His Brahmathra decorated his broad chest, as if Anantasage had taken the very thin form to serve his Lord. Lord Nichinanda, Gadaha found it. And all the All the intimate devotees danced beside him, and each time they looked at the Lord, they saw the Lord smiling back at him. They saw the Lord smiling back at him. So I'll finish there. So finish on page 520 at the top. Well, second paragraph, really. Okay, so I'm going to end it, Tom, so you can... Are you stopping to speak to me? Thank you to all of you. Millions upon millions of devotees. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm going to end and see if you haven't come on. You need to come on. Tom, you need to come on the stream. Come on, let's have you on. You come on and then I'm going to end it. Okay, thank you. The address is on there already. I can see it right now. There it is. It says host. Go onto my Facebook page and it will be there. I can send it you on Facebook. I'm going to send it to you how you sent me Maharaj's. Oh, looks like he's taking it off. Oh, that's because that's not you. There you are. So, I will send you the link. Oh, yeah, I'll post it there. So the link's there. Come on, and then I'm going to come off live. Is that working? Let me know if it's working. Oh, there's Tom. Okay, so I've got to put you on. I know how to do that.
Yes, Hare Krishna.